Global Youth Day has been a day that young people around the world look forward to. This past year, many of us had to stop our plans due to COVID-19. Instead of going out to impact the community, we held a prayer session over the youth and those fighting this new virus. 2020 was not what we expected, but we are sure that 2021 will be different. We are calling for all young people, adventurers, pathfinders, ambassadors, young adults, and public campus ministry students to start planning for Global Youth Day 2021. Prepare to be the sermon, to be the hands and feet of Jesus, whether it's in person or virtual. Global Youth Day 2021, reaching out. Cultures, colors, and communities. Hello, everyone. Hello. How is everybody doing? I am so excited to be here with you today. My name is Mwanya, and I am Pastor Gary Blanchard's assistant here at the GC Youth Department. If you can go ahead in the chat and just let us know where you're joining us from. We'd love to see where you're viewing us from and what it looks like in your place and what you're also planning to do for Global Youth Day. Global Youth Day 2021, as you all should know by now, is going under the theme reaching out, cultures, colors, and communities. And I'm so excited to have that time to be with all of you. As you all know, for this Global Youth Day, it's going to be a little bit different, as we won't be having a 24-hour straight broadcast, but instead we'll be having mini kickoff sessions where we can encourage you all in real time as you go out and do your week's community project. I see that we have some people from Lusaka, Zambia. Zambia, Mulishani, I'm so excited to be here with you. We have some people from Nigeria, from Florida, from Mexico. Hola, ¿cómo está? We have some London, Mauritius, Jamaica, where are you at? We have the Bronx, New York, the Philippines, ¿Cómo ka na? I know like this much Tagalog. We have the Cook Islands, Haiti. We're so excited to see all of you that are here. I am also joined by two young adults. Hold up, South Africa in the house. South Africa, I just had to mention y'all. I have two young adults with me today who I am very excited to introduce to all of you guys. I have Caleb. Hi, Caleb. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm great. It's so exciting to be here. And
awesome.
So many different places.
Yes, we have people from everywhere. We have Ghana, we have Fiji, Uganda. I'm so excited. Brazil. And then I also have Ulan. How are you? How are you?
I'm great. I'm excited to be here with you guys. This is my first time. I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome. So before we start, I kind of introduced myself a little bit, but I've been on the Facebooks and the YouTubes for a while, and we haven't really seen you before. How about you tell us a little bit about yourselves, Caleb and Ulam, in whatever order you feel like.
Yulan, go first.
Okay, well, thank you, Caleb. My name is Yulan, as Menya mentioned. I work for a UN association, so I'm the Young Professionals Co-Membership and Outreach Officer. I basically help create and promote activities for the UN among young professionals. I am a young adult leader at Reaching Hearts International, so I've been creating and planning events for the young adult community, just like for us something to do in this pandemic to give people hope and create a sense of community.
Awesome. Caleb?
Yeah, Yulan, that sounds great. I graduated from college, and now I get to work at the General Conference in Maryland in the United States, and have been working with the Department of, or with Adventist Mission. So my job is literally to get to work with missionaries all over the world and create communities and projects and stuff like that. And I specifically do a lot of photography and video work So I am in charge of filming lots of mission stories around the world and then editing those so that all of you guys can see what Adventist missionaries are doing all around the world.
That's so great because it's like Global Youth Day is like a mini mission project and a mini mission thing that we can do. Is there anything from Adventist Mission that could relate to the young people or resource they can look at and enjoy some missions from around the world, Caleb?
Monia, I'm glad you asked. There's lots of stuff with Adventist Mission that can reach out to young people, especially to motivate. And really cool, interesting stories of missionaries around the world and different stuff. Specifically, you can go to our YouTube channel or Instagram, whichever one you prefer, both under Adventist Mission. Specifically, our YouTube channel has tons of videos in different languages, different mission stories that you can watch to get motivated. But we also have animated stories that are true mission stories around the world, mostly of kids and the mission that they're being able to do, and shows in an animated form, animated short stories of those. So go to Adventist Mission, search Adventist Mission on YouTube or Instagram, and you can find all those stories there. I'll try to. I don't see where I can comment myself in the chat. Once I figure that out, I'll
Why
drop
don't
a
you
link of one of
put
the
it in the
animated
private,
stories.
put it in the private chat, and then I'll go ahead and send it to everybody else that they can use that resource as they see fit for their areas. Ulam, you spoke a little bit about what you're doing, about where you work. Where did you say you worked again? I'm sorry, I was.
Oh, it's a UN association in the DC area.
What does UN stand for?
Oh, it stands for the United Nations.
That's cool.
Yes.
Do you know any resources that young people can maybe find that would be they can utilize in their mission fields at any point? Do you have any? If you don't have any, that's fine too. I know I kind of put you on the spot with that one. But if you do, that would be great that we can share it with the young people around the world that, yeah.
Yes, I have one. So I work for an association that's affiliated with the UN system. It's not part of the UN system, but we work together.
Mhm.
And I helped started a virtual mentorship program last semester, and that was a success. I'm sorry, last year, last spring, and that was a success. So we plan on launching another round, I think like in a month. And basically, what we do is we partner college students, young professionals with a UN professional, and they gain like mentorship, do like coaching, resume help, jobs, internship. So yeah, so we plan on starting another one soon, and and if they're interested in this program, they can go to UNANCA.org. So that's the website they can log on to.
That's great. I love that idea because I think it would, if you're not exactly sure of what you can do in your area for a mission project, you could always start up a mentor system in your area so that you're able to young professionals tie with some older adults and help you in your professional field. And I think that would be a cool mission project for an area. So if you do pull that off and do something like that, please let us know and tag us in it. As you all know, this year's theme is reaching out cultures, colors, and communities. I am super excited about that theme, especially in the time that we're living in, as I think it's super important. I know for when we had the conversation with Pastor Gary and Paco and Pastor Peralta, we talked a lot about it, and I was super excited, and I challenged a lot of young people, and I'm going to challenge you guys again. If your friend group doesn't look like the group that you're watching on the screen right now, you need to make a change. You need to reach out to someone of a different color, of a different culture, or a different community to grow, first of all, to grow as a person, to reach another person for Christ, and just to grow in relationships. So that's my challenge for you guys out there, all young people. Your friend group needs to look like what you're looking at on the screen right now. Caleb and Ulam, how is this theme important to you guys, or how do you view it?
I love the theme that you guys have picked, because some of the greatest experiences that I've had in my life have all been specifically because I've broken out of my comfort zone in those ways that Mwenya, you pointed out, is that reaching out and understanding people who live differently than you, who look differently than you, who live in a different place than you, is completely different than just knowing your own reality. And that helps you understand how to reach out to new people and how to witness to new people and how to love other people. Because once you understand how someone else lives, it makes it way easier to have a relationship with them. And I know lots of you guys who have gotten new friends in your life, they've changed you, and that's hopefully a good thing. Something that people say is you are the sum of your 5 closest friends, or the people that you spend the most time with. The people that you spend the most time with are inevitably you're gonna start to change like them. So you have to pick those carefully. But on the flip side, the exciting side is days like Global Youth Day, you get the opportunity to learn about completely new people, completely new contexts and cultures and communities and colors. Who doesn't like colors? But you guys get opportunities for one specific day, to be very proactive about reaching out and finding a way that you may see something, even if it's still in your city that you're in, like, that's someone that I haven't been very often, or I know that they need things that I have. Then you can go to them and get to actually know what they're like and provide those things that they need and reach out and show Jesus to them. Because people are most surprised in our world when we show Jesus to them in ways that they didn't expect. So when we get to get out of our comfort zone, people see that and they think that that's unique. And that's how we get to catch their attention and say, hey, I'm doing this because I have a love for Jesus, which means I have a love for you as well. So I think it's a great theme. I love getting out of my comfort zone and experiencing new things. So I love ways that you guys get to do that as well.
I love that answer. Before we go to Ulam's answer on that, I want to just ask everybody in the chat if you can go ahead and share what you have planned for Global Youth Day, what your Global Youth Day looks like for this year. That would be great. Ulam?
You're muted.
Those two.
Oh. You were muted. You can.
Oh, okay. Sorry. As someone who's been exposed to DCR, I've been like, I just love diversity. I love learning about different cultures. I love trying new food. Like I love trying pupusas, and that's because of eating Salvadorians. Because in DCR we do have a big Salvadoran community. I love I love when someone tells me like where they're from or what their culture is, because then I get, to know more about like their background, their values, their religion, clothes. It's just like really exciting, and I believe that diversity just makes things more fun. And how boring would it be if we all came from the same place or the same culture? And I think that when we learn where someone's coming from, we get to exchange ideas, and that's really exciting. And that's what attracted me to Global Youth Day, because I get to meet people from around the world and learn what they're doing in their community and how they live their lives.
That's great. I love that. I love that more because I read somewhere that you can't evangelize to someone if you don't know them. How do you tell them more about God or who God is to you if you don't know what their daily struggle is or what they're going through in life? And this is a perfect way to kind of just understand others and get to know them better. We can't shy away from the fact that we are still living through a pandemic, and that as we go out into Global Youth Day, it's going to feel and it's going to be a bit different than it has been in the last couple of years if you have participated in Global Youth Day. Caleb or Ulam, do you have any advice or any encouragement for young people as they go out in this time while it's still a pandemic and they have to socially distance, so they might not be in a group of 50 or 100 like they usually are, and might have to do this by themselves or 2 people, or maybe even move their reaching out to be strictly virtual?
Yeah. I think the biggest thing is it's right in the title or in the theme of Global Youth Day, community.
Yeah.
It's all in the form of community, and we see communities and the communities that you'll go and reach out to the people as maybe specific locations that people live in, and you're going to reach that specific community. But we also have a community all around the world right here. And so it's easiest to be motivated yourself when you see other people who are in the same boat as you. So it's okay to struggle with being by yourself. It's okay to be disappointed that it's different this year. But I guarantee you, you're not the only one. And so that is more consolation and may make it easy for you to reach out to other people around the world that you know are going through the same thing and are also on that same day going to reach out to their communities. They may only be with 2 or 3 people or by themselves. And so just knowing that there are so many people that are in the same boat as you, and not being afraid to reach out. So I'm sure Mwenya and the team here we're all gonna try to create a way that we're all going to not be in the same space, obviously, but still be in the same virtual electronic space that we can comfort one another, but also to encourage each and every one of you that we're all in this community together reaching out. And so don't be afraid to message people you see on here and encourage them, ask what ideas that they're doing, because then you can get excited by their ideas, they'll get excited by your ideas, and that shared experience is what makes living through a pandemic easier and can get us all through it and make it more exciting because you know what the other people are doing and can benefit and be excited from that as well.
So true.
For me, I would say don't give up. What you're doing is amazing, and you're making a difference, and you're bringing hope to people. It's easy to get discouraged and, anxious or depressed. I mean, I've been there a couple of times during this pandemic. This has been a very hard pandemic, and I've never been in a pandemic before, so this is something new. I'm sure it's probably new for all of you guys, so don't feel discouraged. But if you do, reach out to someone you know and trust, like a teacher or a pastor, just someone that you can confide in, because you're not the only one going through it, and we're stronger together than when we are like alone or separate. And there's strength in numbers, and there's strength in having a community. So I would say, don't give up. Keep on persevering. This is not going to be forever, and just know that you are loved and you're valued, and that people appreciate what you're doing.
Awesome. Well, I want to thank you both for joining me today and talking a little bit more about Global Youth Day. I almost butchered the whole name, Global Youth Day. And I'm so excited to see what all the young people are going to plan or do on March 20th, 2021, to reach out to someone of a different culture, someone of a different color, or someone living in a different community than they are. So I encourage you all to start thinking about your projects, start sharing your projects with others, encourage one another as they go out. And if that isn't all from all of us, unless you have something a last thing to say to the group, you can go ahead and do that now, or else we'll sign off and bid you farewell. We're good? You guys have anything left to say, or no?
Not really. Besides, we're excited to see you guys for Global Youth Day itself and encourage you on and hear your stories then.
Awesome.
Yeah. Same here. We can't wait to see you guys on Global Youth Day.
Awesome. Alrighty, everyone. Bye. Global Youth Day has been a day that young people around the world look forward to. This past year, many of us had to stop our plans due to COVID-19. Instead of going out to impact the community, we held a prayer session over the youth and those fighting this new virus. 2020 was not what we expected, but we are sure that 2021 will be different. We are calling for all young people, adventurers, pathfinders, ambassadors, young adults, and public campus ministry students to start planning for Global Youth Day 2021. Prepare to be the sermon, to be the hands and feet of Jesus, whether it's in person or virtual. Global Youth Day 2021, reaching out, cultures, colors, and communities.